Cowboys have talked about making their offense more Dak-friendly this offseason. Now, Executive Vice President Stephen Jones is comparing Dak to two of the Cowboys' most famous quarterbacks ever, Tony Romo and Troy Aikman. Let's take a listen.
Well, I think he's the key. You know, at the end of the day, he's a big part of it. And it all starts with him. He's the trigger guy. And, you know, I think we can do some things to help him more. You know, I think Dak's a guy that's a little different than Tony, probably more like Troy in terms of the passing game. You know, he wants, you know, precise routes. He wants to throw the ball, you know, on time to areas. And whereas Tony would improvise a little more, not that Dak can't improvise, but no, I think Dak is a little more disciplined in terms of wanting the receivers to be good route runners and be where they're supposed to be, those type of things. And now, at the same time, does he need to work on being able to improvise a little more? Of course.
Shannon, do you like Stephen Jones saying this?
What are you laughing at? There's nothing funny about that.
Because your guy, no, I don't like that he said this. Skip, why is it that it always seems like in one breath they're praising him, but at the same time they're slapping him in his mouth?
I don't know.
Skip, why do they do that?
I didn't get that.
Hold on, first of all, shouldn't you want him to be more like Troy Aikman? Troy Aikman just did win you 3 Super Bowls.
Well, he is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he what quarterback does not want his receivers to run crisp routes? I go 5, the ball want the ball to come out. I want the receiver to be where it's supposed to be. If I go 5 in a hitch, I go 1, 2, 3, whatever the case may be. But in the same breath, he's taking a shot at Dez Bryant too. You notice that, Skip?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Oh, Tony,
yeah.
Skip. Now you say one of the best plays that Dak Prescott made this year is when the play broke down. He rolled out of the pocket and threw the ball down the field to Bryce Butler. We just saw it in the video.
We just saw
that was improvised. Now Tom Brady is not the greatest improviser. He throws from the pocket. Okay,
I'm not sure he ever really improvised.
But there have been times. But if Tom Brady needs to get out the pocket or to buy time, he can do that.
Got pretty good pocket feet, yeah.
But Skip, you don't win championships by improvising. I mean, maybe the greatest improviser, maybe Brett Favre. Okay, but
I think Cam could.
Yeah, but you're not gonna make a living. No. You're gonna have to learn how to throw the ball from the pocket. But it seems to me is that they're always giving Dak these backhanded compliments. We need to make the offense more Dak friendly. We, you know, he needs to learn how to improvise better. Wait a minute. They cannot get over, Skip. They are still upset that they lost to Green Bay at home. They still want Tony Romo as their quarterback. Stephen and Jerry Jones.
So? I don't think Stephen does. Jerry might.
Why would you even mention Tony Romo? Tony Romo's never won nothing. He's never gotten you past the divisional. And you mention him in the same breath as Troy Aikman? I'm sure there's a lot of fans, these millennials, they love Tony Romo. But Tony Romo will never be revered like Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman.
Agreed.
Because they won those Lombardis. And for Jerry Jones to heap so much praise on Tony, box office.
By the way, Roger Staubach in his early years, he could really improvise.
Yes.
He was Roger the Dodger. He could run. But go ahead.
Captain Comeback and all. What is it about? You do realize Dak is only going into his 3rd year, and you want him to be polished like a Troy. I don't get that. Why you just can't let him be and say he's growing? It's always whatever Dak does is not good enough. I don't care. Jerry wants Tony Romo. I guess because Dak is just button up. He has no splash. There's no pizzazz. What you see is what you get.
That is true.
Let me do my job. I'm going home. Where, you know, Tony Romo's all over the field. He's pumping the ball one way and he's doing it. That's not who this kid is. Most quarterbacks will tell you, when I take that 5th step, if you're supposed to be 12, I need you at 12. If I take that 5th step in a hitch and you're supposed to be 42 and 4, 42 yards deep, 4 yards from the sideline, that's where I need you to be. I'm sorry. I don't want to run a route, Skip. And I've played with some guys that I run a route and I'm looking for the quarterback thinking he's in the pocket and I don't know where he is. That's no fun.
No fun.
So, Stephen, I know you think that might be fun and that's pizzazz, but that's not going to win you a championship.
It is box office. Romo was huge box office.
Yeah.
Because you never knew when he would self-destruct. Because he would. You just had to wait for it.
You remember that your favorite improvisational game?
505.
Yeah, 5 TDs. And what did he do, Skip?
When you least expected it, or actually when you should have expected it, they get the ball back, with a chance to go score, and he throws it to the Denver Broncos, to Trevathan, right away. Boom, right to Trevathan. And you're like, it's almost like he was the primary receiver on the play. Great. And Peyton Manning and company get a little walk-off chip shot field goal, and it's what, 52-49?
51-48.
51-48. Way to go, Tony. That's the essence of Tony Romo. That's the classic Tony Romo game. So, obviously, I covered those Troy Aikman years. Let me tell you, the greatest thing about Troy Aikman was he was a raging perfectionist. To your point, be there. Be there. We're going to practice this till you get it on the step, on the inch. You got to hit it there and be there because the ball's going to be there. And he was deadly accurate, as you know. And if you let Troy get his planets aligned around him, he was robo quarterback. He would pick you to pieces.
Yep.
But he was never a big sensational stats guy because they were a running football team.
That is correct.
So the most touchdown passes Troy ever threw in a year were 23 in 1992, that breakout season in which they went and won a Super Bowl. People thought they were about a year away from being able to win.
Right.
When they went and got Charles Haley right before the season started. 23 touchdowns. Well, Peyton came along and threw 55 touchdowns, which is the record. And once upon a time, Brady, throwing to Randy Moss, threw 50 touchdowns.
Yeah.
55, 50, and Troy's most was 23. But he's in the Hall of Fame because he's got rings, right?
Yep.
And he had a running game. He had, well, arguably, he had the greatest running back ever when it comes to stats, you know, the most yards ever.
Most touchdowns.
You know, and to me, that offensive line, I'm just not sure there's a better one ever than that offensive line.
agree with you.
And to me, I've made the case before on this show. What do I say about Michael Irvin? He's my all-time best receiver and the best clutch receiver ever. And you want to talk about rapport? You want to talk about Romo-Dez rapport at an even higher level, at a more precise level? Because Romo to Dez was just jump ball throwing.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll just throw it up.
You look at what the Cowboys were known for was that what they call a bang eight or a skinny post.
Yep.
Troy Aikman, when that fifth step hit,
Lethal.
Michael knew he had to cross the corner's face, and it was there. When he threw that 5 and rolled it in the 12, the square out, Michael knew.
And
I got to
Michael
hit
might give you a
Well, he
little
pushed
push.
you down.
Just a little push here or there, but that's okay.
But Troy,
Separation.
he knew.
Yep.
Troy was all rhythm. You watch Troy in Noah Turner system. It's 1, 2, 3. The ball's gone.
And by the way, Troy for a while had a wide receiver of a tight end named Jaden Novacek who could flat out fly.
Yep.
He was
so shifty and subtle with it. And Alvin Harper, he only ran a few routes, but when they threw the skinny, when they threw the post, it was there. Because you know the play when that broke San Francisco, he hit
when they broke through in '92 in the NFC Championship game
him on the
at
backside.
Candlestick. Boom to Alvin Harper.
Hit him on the backside.
Won the game, sent him to the Super Bowl that they won handily. So Troy Aikman, what was, you know, again, all Stephen was saying was that Dak is more like Troy. I hope he turns out to be Troy Aikman.
Right.
That'd be something.
Right.
Because that would mean you're in the Hall of Fame.
He has improvisational skills.
He does.
You hope you don't, but you don't call plays hoping your quarterback has to improvise.
Just remember, Troy Aikman was a huge man. He was 6'4". I don't know what he ended up weighing, 245 or 50, but he was just big boned, raw boned, stood strong in the pocket. But he could see.
Right.
Dak is 6'2", so he's 2 inches shorter. But Troy had no escapability. He just didn't even try. He didn't do that.
Right.
There's not quickness or speed. He could move a little bit in the pocket. But to your point, it better come out on rhythm. Because if it comes out on rhythm, one year he led the league with 69% completions because that was robo quarterback.
Exactly.
I'm with Steven that you got to get Dak to improvise a little bit more because he's a big man who can also move. I'm not saying he's Michael Vick, but he can move a little bit.
Yeah, he can move.
So I want to see a little more read option with Zeke, just a little more here and there, just to keep people honest. A little more rollout because he seems at least as comfortable rolling out, naked bootleg, whatever you want to do, as he is standing in the pocket.
He's only in his 3rd year.
Okay, thank you.
No, you need to tell Stephen Jones that.
Oh, I need to tell you that half the time.
Whoa, Skip. But even freshmen and sophomores in college, they get failing grades. So I just want you to know that.
Effed him.
Oh, are you going soft on
Yeah.
No.
Professor Sharp gave Dak Prescott an F
Yeah. I don't.
for a season in which he had the 4th best QBR in all of football.
You don't listen to that participation. You don't get no good grade just for coming to class. I need to see some work.
Okay.
Timely work. No
Well,
punctuation, no misspelling.
I just went over Troy Aikman's supporting cast. Now let's look at what Dak had last year. No Zeke for 6 games. And Des Bryant was just a disaster, a shell of himself. The offensive line didn't live up. And help me out. Did they have any receiver who could separate anywhere? Anybody? Was Jason Witten and Jay Novacek? I don't think so.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. You keep talking about you want Dez to improvise. What about you get some receivers that run crisp routes?
I would
How about that?
love that.
He ain't mentioned, but he took a shot. He like Troy liked his guys to run crisp routes, and Dak likes the same thing. He was saying, we ain't got no receiver run no crisp routes.
Yeah. So, and I'm not sure Alan Hearns and Deontay Thompson are those guys. I'm not sure. We'll see.
I don't know why they keep talking about Dak like Dak good player, man. Dak good people.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's good people because he won you over on the airplane.
Yeah,
Right?
that's really what it is. He gave him an F for the year last year. But...
Wentz, now he real. That dude real. He fine.
Real.
You want to get Shannon on your side?
Huh. How did Wentz do in his rookie year? How was that?
No, yeah, a little setback.
They make the
But guess what? You know what they did, Skip?
What?
They went and got him some
They
weapons.
got him some help. They did.
Did Dak call you Unc?
No. You know, me and Dak, we were just talking about, play calls and stuff like that, the game. And I
You
told
give
him
him a little advice?
Yeah, tell him how it's going to play out.
Did you tell him?
Woo!
Did you tell him it's all about Pennsylvania?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
No, you did not.
I
Does
keep
LeBron
on
have
asking
any
that.
chance of passing Jordan as the GOAT? We'll discuss that with Karan Butler next.
Done shot passing.